Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just a lazy Sunday here in South Alabama. Just enjoying the day. It's going by too fast. I like these lazy Sundays. Before I even get real started, there may be some noise here. The guy across the street, he's got a lazy ass yard guy. Dude uses a leaf blower for everything. He ain't never heard of a rake. He'll leaf blow the whole property. Sometimes he's out there for 2 or 3 hours. So, might have to deal with a little bit of noise. Today I want to talk about, it's just going to be a little free talk, my end game with raw food diet. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate if you go down there and hit that big red subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Just going to talk about my why, what I'm doing, where I am, why I'm doing what I'm doing, because it's all so serious out there. I'm goofing with people a lot on Facebook today. I feel I'll shake a few people off that'll hopefully unfriend me. Because I don't know, I got too many people over there. Every time somebody posts something serious, I offset it with a cat post. Just a random cat post, random facts about cats, cat memes, whatever. But I figure at some point that's gonna poke somebody the wrong way when they're all into the. Why is social media so serious? It's almost everybody's trying to impress you with their level of seriousness too. I don't have an attention span. I was telling people, I think it was on Instagram this morning that, like, you know, and I think the internet's done this to all of us to a certain extent, shorten that attention span. I can't read, I can only take small bites. Anytime somebody posts something that's more than, say, 2 or 3 lines, you know, I see these posts that are long, and I'm like, who reads that? Unless it's like your absolutely favorite person on Instagram. Probably everybody's got that person that they'll read stuff because they know that person, but most people, it's kind of just, eh. So my end game with this raw food diet, why am I not more serious like the gurus and whatever? You know, why am I letting that evil cooked food creep into my diet some while I'm in the States? And it's like, because I just don't take any of it all that seriously. I know how my body feels. I know where I've been on this lifestyle before. And to be quite honest with you, it's all about why. I'm just biding my time here, guys. That's why I'm not so serious. I'm just biding my time. And I'm not trying to live in the future. I do enjoy my time here. If you watch my Instagram stories at all, you'll see I get outside. I make the best of it. I do what I can. But I've been to Eden before. I've lived in the Garden of Eden doing this lifestyle. So it just kind of leaves me a little flat while I'm here. And I definitely, after having, you know, been reborn into the tropics as a vegan, as a raw person, let me make that real clear. Somebody will ask me if I was born in the tropics. I wasn't born in the tropics. I'm just saying I was my vegan self. I was reborn in the tropics. That's where I was when I came to this lifestyle. And it was just like, you didn't try to be a vegan. You didn't try to be raw. Once I decided to do it, it was just like, ooh, there's a whole ton of good looking fruit over there. So I don't know, I've been a little spoiled, you know. I kind of had the best of the best. Well, not the best of the best, but very high up there. And I know I'm going to get, well, I don't know, but I think in the back of my head, that's kind of what keeps me going. It's kind of a, I don't want to contradict myself. It's kind of hard to explain because I do practice mindfulness, so I do focus on the now. I'm not trying to project too much, but yeah, my end game is to get back down to the tropics. Most likely, unless something happened, my end game is to get to Costa Rica. And not just Costa Rica, but a specific area of Costa Rica. And a friend of mine who I'm hoping to have a conversation with this afternoon, we're supposed to hook up today. We haven't talked in a few months, and she is moving back down there. And she's moving directly to the area that I want to settle in. Now, to put this in perspective, I'm not talking about any place that you ever saw me down there before. I mean, I liked living at the beach in Jaco. It was great. I love living in the mountains. If you guys ever watched any of my videos where I went to the Alajuela market there, it was just phenomenal. I mean, that was like Can't even, you know, looking back, it's like I can't, it's so special what I had. Like Saturday was the holy day. Saturday was market day. There was just that big market. And I went to bed on Friday night, and there was no question on a Saturday morning that I was going to go to that market. And there was going to be more fruit. I mean, I was going to have to make decisions. There's something for you. How many of you have been, you know, done this thing only in a place where there's no decisions to be made? You take what you can get. Well, I didn't have to do that. You know, I could, his mangoes are better than his mangoes. Oh, those mammies are good today. I'll get 7 or 8 of them. And it was just brilliant. But the end game, what I would really like to end up, where I'm trying to work on manifesting to get in, where I'm starting to put my energy towards, is one certain area of Costa Rica, and it's down. For anybody that knows, you can get on a map or you can Google, for Christ's sakes, people. I have to repeat that over and over and over. You can find stuff out. Don't ask your dumbass friends online that are just bobbling out there. Go to Google and ask a question. It's south of Dominical. The area I want to go to is south of Playa Dominical on the Pacific coast. It's up. I would like to be at elevation up in the mountains, but I was there, it's been now, September was 3 years ago. And I think I mentioned this not too long ago. If you go to my channel and search Costa Rica, the jungle ones, I've got 2 different playlists, but there's one playlist of just being in the jungle. That is where I want to go. I fell in love the second I got there. If you've watched my channel for long, you've heard me talk about this place. I feel, from what I saw just in the 10 days that I was there, just getting kind of a, you know, a feel for the place, seeing how it works, seeing what was around that area, that I could eat very, very close to fully, not just fully raw, but fully organic, and I could do it for a reasonable price and not, you know, break the bank. And not just organic. This particular area, I swear to God, I believe is one of the top places on the planet for food. Even people that didn't, and I've said this exact same thing before, even like Costa Ricans down there that didn't, you know, weren't vegans or weren't really into our lifestyle, but they were part of the land, all talked about how rich, they were proud about how mineral rich their soil was. You could look at their soil and just see how it was. I went to a gathering of, it wasn't really a vegan gathering, like a lot of people down there, you know, and hey, we'd like to see everybody be full on vegan, and there are a lot of vegans, but there's a lot of people down there that aren't really vegan or don't have a label or anything, but they don't eat very much, you know, animal products, and they do, and most of them, there's a lot of sustainable projects down there, there's a lot of permaculture projects down there, everybody's growing, and there's different elevations down there. You can have one place is maybe 10 minutes apart, and it can have a different season because of the elevation. Went to a gathering there one day. Guy shows up from his property and basically has in a bowl, you know, everybody brought a few things, basically has in a bowl what is the equivalent of leaves to me. I mean, they had a few colors, and I enjoy leaves, but they didn't look like lettuce, really a plant, whatever. They looked like leaves, just leaves. I ate one. I forgot why. Maybe he told me try one of these or something. I was just being polite, and I ate one, and I ate another, and I'm just sitting there eating leaves like a freaking, you know, gorilla or something. And they're so good. I'm not dipping them in anything. I'm not putting anything on them. I'm just eating them. But that's the difference of that mineral-rich soil. And I felt that all week long. The fruit down there, the vibration was out of this world, out of this world. So when you see me being a little bit nonchalant because I'm in Alabama, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do anything different, and it's not going to change, and this channel's not going to morph. I'm not going to run around chasing my tail, doing all these cute little tricks and going here for this and doing this just to stay 100% raw. I'm just staying at a certain level. Let me tell you something. Maybe, I guess I am fortunate. I've always had a good immune system, even way before I did this lifestyle, but I'm kind of like, you know, like an athlete that's ready to go. You could just train for once. I'm always about 7 days out from my highest high. Like, in other words, if you were to put me on a plane today, send me back down to Costa Rica within 1 week, I would be higher than I'd be just as high as I've ever been before. I'd eat nothing but fruit for a week. I might eat a salad or two, but it would be fruit for a week. Probably wouldn't even eat any fat that first week, and boom, I'd be flying by 1 week. So as long as I'm within striking distance all the time, like I say, and this doesn't affect anybody else. To me, I don't know. I'm always just talking about me. Sometimes people will respond like, it's like, I'm not attacking your lifestyle. I'm not saying you need to do what I need to do. I'm not saying you need to go, have any idea, go where I go, think what I think. I'm just saying this is what I do. This is kind of how I believe. And I just, honestly, if I didn't at least have that to hang on to, if something were to happen, you know, between now and the next few years, at the end of my mother's life, where I was not able to go back to Costa Rica, I'm a happy person. I've found my happiness, and I would be able to adjust to that. But this kind of keeps me going in the meantime, knowing that eventually, knowing that I will get back to that. Now, if I did find out at some certain point that I probably was not going to be able to make it back down there, just wasn't in the cards, didn't have the means, didn't have this, didn't have that, I would probably adjust then. I don't know that I still don't know that I would, you know, chase my tail around just to be fully raw in Alabama. That seems to be an obsession. There's so many videos like trying to do it in this difficult spot. Like I say, it's just too easy to eat a sweet potato and some greens instead. But that's just me, and that's my end game. And I like to do videos because there's always new people, just kind of explaining why I do what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. Remember, I don't want to be a guru. I would never want to be a guru. I'm not going to be a guru. If elected, I would not serve. That's a little political for you. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And we'll see you tomorrow, and go check out the store, description below, Raw Tropical Living Gear. See you guys. Peace.